Can you just play that whole song? And then we'll get to the news. Rascal Flatts will hit the Big Star stage at the rodeo tonight, and it's First Responders Day, so they all get into NRG Park free all day.
And they can bring family members too.
That's right.
And get in.
Yes,
you have to buy tickets to the concert, but they can get in for the carnival and stuff. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us here on a Monday morning. I'm Russ Lewis.
And I'm Lisa Hernandez. It is March 5th. Let's get over to Cheetah Craft straight away here, because Cheetah, there's some rain in our forecast.
There is some rain in the forecast. You know, not this morning, but it will be this afternoon and evening. We will be talking and tracking some rain. Temperatures this morning in the 60s and 70s. It is a mild and muggy start to the day, and the rain chances will start to increase. So showers when you're picking up the kids later this afternoon. 3, 4, 5 o'clock, that's when everything starts to get going. So 70s, mild conditions by lunchtime today. We're pushing 80 degrees this afternoon. If you are planning to head to the rodeo this evening, that's when we'll be talking about a few of those downpours. We'll talk in more detail how much rain and exactly when it moves out. Coming up next, here's a check of your traffic.
Now a live look from KHOU 11 News Eye in the Sky.
All right, you travel in from Spring, Conroe, Woodlands. We've got an accident for you here. This is I-45, the North Freeway, inbound or southbound at Rankin Road. You can see multiple vehicles here. We've got an 18-wheeler involved as well. Looks like somebody got T-boned here. A couple of right lanes are blocked and traffic already backing up towards Ritchie. So as you walk out the door, look for about an hour ride on I-45 to get from 1488 on in towards town. All right, we go to our maps. There's an accident working on the West Park Tollway. So if you live out in Fulshire or out in Cross Creek Ranch, West Park Tollway, eastbound or inbound, just past Grand Mission Boulevard, there's an accident. Now we're looking from 1464 with our Houston Transfer Star shot, and here's 1464 right here. It's going to be back on the next overpass back there. Traffic's backing up towards Peak Road. So if you're coming in the West Park Tollway, you're paying to sit in traffic 37 minutes now from the Grand Parkway into 69.
Thanks, Darby. Critics of the Texas Bullet Train will get their chance to be heard tonight.
Janelle Fort is live at the Northwest Mall, one of the proposed terminal locations. Janelle, good morning. We understand this meeting is open to anyone interested in being there.
Yeah, guys, good morning. The meeting is open to everyone, and this morning we want your take on what you think about the Texas high-speed rail. Do you support it? Do you not? Head over to our website, KHOU.com, and cast your vote. Now, ahead of tonight's meeting, I spoke with one activist group who's hoping that people are asking the right questions about this proposal.
When we go out and talk to people, we find out that a lot of people don't really understand what this project is.
Julie Marinucci is a part of the Houston High-Speed Rail Watch.
We don't take a position. We're not opposed. We're not supporting.
But they do want to make sure that people understand the scope of the project and get their concerns addressed by the Federal Rail Administration during the public hearing sessions. The Texas Bullet Train will travel at speeds up to 205 miles per hour, moving passengers between Houston and Dallas in just 90 minutes on an elevated track. And Northwest Mall is one of the proposed terminal sites.
You're going to have a lot of, up to 400 people per train arriving, depending on the time of day, every 30 minutes, every 10 minutes eventually. So we're going to have a lot of traffic.
Something members of the Houston High-Speed Rail Watch want those who live or work in the Northwest Houston area to pay attention to. While these activists say the train could bring some much-needed revitalization to the area, the group wants to make sure there's a plan.
We started looking at a connectivity proposal about once people get here or once you have riders, what's the best way to get them where they need to go.
We want to make sure that we've got it where you cover transportation from the first mile to the last mile.
Now that meeting is tonight at 5 o'clock at the Sheraton Houston Brook Hollow Hotel. And looking at the poll, it's looking like 62% of you guys so far are in support of that proposal. Guys.
Okay, Janelle Fort live for us this morning. Thank you.
Right now, 6:34 on this morning, President Trump is saying, bring it on. He's apparently not real worried about a potential trade war over tariffs on imported steel and aluminum.
Brandy Smith is here now with reaction in Washington. Brandy, a lot of people really want the president to reconsider this.
Yeah, including some folks you might not think about here in Texas, like craft breweries. Their cans are made out of aluminum. And according to President Trump, the price to bring that and steel in from outside the U.S. is about to go up. The tariff, which is basically a tax on imports, will be 25% for steel, 10% for aluminum. It was mainly directed at China, but the White House announced no allies will be exempt. Some economists worry this could trigger an all-out trade war and hurt the U.S. economy.
You're punishing the American consumer and our allies. You're making a huge mistake here. Go after China, not the rest of the world.
This will cause huge damage across broad sectors of the economy.
So President Trump tweeted last night, he said, "We are on the losing side of almost all trade deals. Our friends and enemies have taken advantage of the U.S. for many years. Our steel and aluminum industries are dead. Sorry, it's time for a change. Make America great again." And he did just start tweeting this morning. He mentions that tariffs on steel and aluminum will only come off if a new and fair NAFTA agreement is signed. So there could be some negotiation there. But last night, British Prime Minister Theresa May called the president and expressed deep concern about his plan. That conversation came after the European Union threatened to increase taxes on American-made products if the U.S. moves forward with those steel and aluminum tariffs. Russ?
Brandy, thank you. It's coming up on 6:36. Topping your morning rush for a Monday, a mother and her adult son have died when their home burned late last night. This happened in Cy-Fair on Pepper Knoll Drive. We're told the son may have been sick and bedridden. The man's father did manage to get out and went to the hospital. Investigators are not sure yet exactly how that fire started. Bill Cosby expected back in a Pennsylvania court today for a pre-trial hearing, and a judge will decide if 19 accusers can testify in his sex abuse retrial. Only 2 accusers were allowed to take the stand in the first one, and that ended in a hung jury. The Chinese legislature appears ready to eliminate presidential term limits in that country. And CNN reports over the weekend that President Trump told a crowd at his Mar-a-Lago resort, quote, "Maybe we'll give that a shot someday." 3 former employees are suing Shipley Donuts, accusing the owner of sexual harassment and racial discrimination. The employees say that Lawrence Shipley III created a hostile work environment. He has not responded to that lawsuit. Harvey survivors have a chance to get answers from FEMA tonight. Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee will host a Road to Recovery town hall. That'll happen at Kashmere High School in East Houston starting tonight at 7 o'clock. And Lisa, that's your morning rush.
All right, Russ, thank you. Well, the 90th Academy Awards are officially in the books. The Shape of Water came in with 13 nominations and left with 4 wins last night. The show was also mindful of the Me Too movement, inclusion, and gender equality. Danielle Nottingham is live in Los Angeles this morning with the wrap-up of Hollywood's big night. Danielle, good morning.
Good morning, and the show certainly did not shy away from politics, with celebrities taking a stand against inequality and sexual misconduct here in Hollywood. And there was also some history made last night, as well as some fun moments. And the best news of this all, there was no envelope flub.
The Shape of Water.
Unlike last year, Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway got it right the first time. With Best Picture, The Shape of Water pulled in the most honors, including Best Production Design, Best Score, and Best Director for Guillermo del Toro. He became the 3rd Mexican-born filmmaker to win the award.
Growing up in Mexico, I thought this could never happen.
Jordan Peele is now the first African-American to win for Best Original Screenplay for the horror film Get Out. Gary Oldman took home Best Actor for his Winston Churchill in Darkest Hour. And Best Actress went to Frances McDormand in 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
All the female nominees in every category stand with me.
McDormand's call for inclusion was just one of several onstage moments bringing attention to movements. 3 of the actresses who made allegations of sexual misconduct against Hollywood heavyweight Harvey Weinstein gathered for a Me Too moment. And NBA star Kobe Bryant also made some history at the Oscars. He is the first professional athlete to win an Academy Award. Live in Los Angeles, Danielle Nottingham. Back to you, Lisa and Ross.
Thank you, Danielle. Certainly some politics last night, but also fashion as always. I'm still waiting for the wrap-up of the gowns. I'm a sucker for the fashion. That's what I watch
That's
for.
what we're going to be researching today.
Exactly.
When we get done here at 7 o'clock. We have to talk about weather right now, though, because that's going to be a big story today, especially later, Cheetah.
It will. You know, even though we're starting off dry, I'm setting the stage for a wet afternoon and evening commute home. We could be picking up anywhere from about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of rain, but most of you are starting off just like this live shot. Live look in Galveston. This is from Hotel Galvez. Good old Pleasure Pier. Cool shot, right? Now you see the onshore waves this morning. We have a south wind. by tomorrow morning, we will have a north wind. So what you need to know, a cold front is on the way. It'll drop the humidity for tomorrow. Oh, but this morning, that humidity is thick. Cloudy skies. Chance for showers begins right around 4, 5 o'clock this afternoon. Here's a check of your traffic.
Now, a live look from KHOU 11 News Eye in the Sky.
Oh, the one thing you need to know before you walk out the door, especially if you're coming in from Conroe, Spring, the Woodlands, cleared up an accident involving an 18-wheeler North Freeway inbound Rankin Road. All lanes are open, but you can see here at AirTex, it's a crawl. It really starts about Ritchie into that point.